Good evening, everyone. Is my voice perfectly audible? Abdul, Kelvin, Pradesh, Mohammed, Rekshi, Padi. And Abdul. Is my voice perfectly audible? All right. So let's wait for 2 minutes. Very good evening, Kelvin. Let others join the class and then we're going to get started. Fine. So just wait for 2 minutes. Yeah, very good evening, everyone. I hope you people are doing well today. Do you have any class prior to this? Okay, okay. All right. So let's wait for 2 minutes, and if others are not joining in 2 minutes, then we're going to start. They will be actually dealing with the new unit. We are going to start with the new unit with the title Managing Organizational Structure. Fine. So this is what we are going to start today, and this falls under business communication for your information. Just wait for a while. If others are not joining in 2 minutes, then we are going to get started. I'm doing very well, Fatih. Thanks for asking. Let's wait for 1 more minute. Okay, okay. See, I'm going to send it to the coordinator. She is going to send it to you. As far as videos are considered, you're going to find it in the portal itself. If you're not able to find it on your own, you can contact the coordinator for the same. You can write an email to the coordinator for the same. Fine, fine, Abdul. Is it clear, Abdul? Is your query so? Okay, fine. So, what all stuff we are going to study under this chapter are as follows: objectives, warm-up ability to influence and lead, reading, the role of a manager, vocabulary, leadership, speaking and listening, language focus, degree of probability, grammar, writing reports, pronunciation, summary, suggested reading, answers to check your progress. C. Managing organizational structures primarily involves a relationship between the leader and the team. A leader is the one who leads the team. So, what are the qualities of a leader? How he can manage the team well? This is what we are going to study under this. Managing people at all levels of organization. Motivating teams. So, the role of the team leader is not only confined to leading a team, but it also involves motivating the team from time to time, right? Dynamics of leadership, managing conflict. So if there is a conflict in a team, obviously team leader needs to sort that out, right? And he needs to involve everyone, but the priority decision is being taken by the team leader itself, right? Is this much clear? You can't see anything on the board. Other than Abdul, are others able to see the board properly? Other than Abdul, are others able to see the board properly? Yes or no? Abdul, I guess there is some issue at your end. Why don't you rejoin the class again? Good evening, Adarsh. How are you? Okay. Now, warm-up ability to influence and lead. See, unless and until the team leader is not able to influence the teammates, he can never make them do anything, right? He cannot force them to do something. Instead, he has to influence them positively, right? Yeah. Now, read the following statements and rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5 for each of the following statements. 1 means not strong in this area, 5 means very strong in this area. So you have to rate yourself and see, please be sincere in your replies. Okay? Don't move the board. Who is doing it? Please be sincere in your replies. Don't give fake answers. Whatever is your, wherever you stand as far as these numbers are considered, just mark yourself as that. Okay? Is it clear, everyone? Kelvin, Pradesh, Mohammad Ali, Rekshi, Padi, Adarsh, Abdul. So come on, competence, the ability to do a job successfully, doing the job better than expected. Discretion, ability to distinguish between good and bad, right and wrong. Okay, attitude, ability to maintain a positive attitude in negative situations too. This is being demanded in all the MNCs now from most of the people, okay, who are doing a white collar job, especially in MNCs, and they test it at the time of interview, whether you can stay cool or not, whether you are short tempered or not, right? Honesty and openness. So now rate yourself on the scale of 1 to 5 wherever you stand. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, as far as these qualities are considered. Come on, start doing it. Put the answer in the chat box. Just do this, please. Everyone needs to solve this, not just few people. And whenever you are acting as a team leader, you have to keep your prejudices aside and you have to maintain the similar behavior to each and every team member. Just finish this fast. We have a lot to cover in this chapter. Yeah, fine. Now you have to solve this. And once you are done with all the questions, count your points and just decide where do you stand. Okay. Do the rest of the stuff as well. The Adarsh, honesty. How will you rate yourself as far as honesty and openness is considered? And how about communication? How will you rate yourself? See, if your score lies between 10 to 20, you need to develop certain skills for effective leadership. If your score lies between 30 and 40. Okay, you already have skills to lead effectively except a few things which need improvement. And if your score is 50, it means you will be successful in achieving personal as well as organizational goals. Now, let's learn about the role of a manager. This passage tells you about the role of a manager. Read it carefully and then answer the question. So, I'm going to read it and then you have to read it. The role of a manager is closely related to the powers that are given at different levels of the organization. At top level, middle level and lower level management. The functions of the manager can be divided into formal and informal aspects. Formal functions are to win contracts. Okay, so these actually, you see, many of us are prejudiced that manager has nothing to do other than managing a team, but this is not true. He has so many roles to play. As far as the formal roles of a manager is considered, he has to win contracts, he or she. He has to delegate duties to the team members. Okay, he has to express his opinion. He has to take decisions, right? And as far as informal functions of a manager is considered, it's like his personal style. If the leader is having a charisma means, his own shine. Some people, they have got a very magnetic personality. Obviously, everyone will listen to his or her, right? The way he interacts with people, if his way of talking is, like magnetic, obviously we'll listen to him, right? Right, everyone, or not? A manager leads the team with examples and takes the business towards the goal. See, they take the project, obviously once what a team is going to do, a team is going to have members and team leader. So once they get a project, they work together for the success of that project. Okay, so the manager is going to make them understand what that project is all about, what is the goal they need to achieve, and then he is going to delegate responsibilities to the team members, and he has to ensure from time to time whether they are on track or not, if there is any conflict or not. Okay, now in spite of, and the role of the leader is quite tough because he or she has to achieve the goal in a stipulated period of time, irrespective of how, like what the situation is. There might be some unexpected changes, but still he has to deliver on time, he or she. Okay. In the process, he or she achieves personal as well as company's objectives. A manager should be able to deal intelligently with tricky situations, keeping in mind existing conflicts of interest in the organization. So see, a manager, a manager has to resolve conflicts from time to time, because unless and until the conflicts are being resolved, it's not good for the organization as well as for the team. People in the team won't be able to gel well. They won't help each other. They won't work as one unit. The feeling of oneness won't be there. For this, the executive should be able to resolve or manage his or her inner conflict so that his or her decisions are strongly grounded in reality. So see, the team leader is also a human. So he has to fight with himself because he too has got the shortcomings of being a human, right? He too may get ill. He too may feel low sometimes. He too may get short-tempered sometimes. But still, he has to fight with it, and he has to keep himself on track so that he can keep the team on track. Okay, so he has to fight with himself. Okay, he has to resolve the inner conflicts, and then he has to resolve the outer conflicts as well, which might have cropped up in between the team members. Fine. And he or she doesn't have to be prejudiced, because the moment he or she gets prejudiced, the whole the whole thing comes to an end. Greater attention must be given to the organizational structure, and creating a strong feeling of security, or the organization will greatly suffer. And he also needs to bring that sense of being tied up to the organization, to the team members, so that they can work for the welfare of the organization, right? Unless and until we get attached to something, we just cannot give our 100% to that thing, right? So we should get attached with we should have emotional ties with the organization too. Then only we can, devote what is being needed from us. Okay, and for that we need motivation from time to time, which is being given to us by the manager. Fine. Is this much clear? Any questions? Anyone out there? So the role of the manager, as this word suggests, is not just managing a team. It has to do, he or she has to do so many other stuffs which is being mentioned here. Fine? Is it clear? Abdul, Adarsh, Rekshi, Mohammed, Pradesh, Kelvin. Okay, check your progress. Now, check your progress 1. Can you answer the given questions on the basis of your reading of the passage? Before you switch over to these questions, before you start solving these questions, I would request you to read this passage on your own to get the clear understanding of this. I might have when I was like reading this, I was also explaining it to you, so you might be immersed in understanding it rather than reading it. So to answer questions well, just read this on your own. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Please read this. And once you're done, just let me know. Just type done in the chat box. I'm going to scroll it down so that you can see the question. I'll just be back from the washroom. Just give me 2 minutes, please. Fine, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. Fine. Now, let me scroll it down. I guess you people might be done with the same. You must be done with the same, right? Now, the first question is, you have to write the answer in your own words. In how many aspects are the functions of a manager divided? I would like to give you a hint. I won't tell you the whole answer, the complete answer, but yeah, 2, formal and informal. Yeah. How does a manager lead a team? How should an executive deal with a tricky situation? Come on, answer these questions. You can type the answers in the chat box itself. You can type answers for these questions and I'm going to scroll it down. And don't put, one word answers. It won't be accepted. See, these are, short answer questions. So rather than writing one word answers, just try to make it like, like 1 or 2 lines long. Don't make it, one liner. These are not, like one word questions. Rather, they are short questions. So answer accordingly. That is what is expected from you. Just answer accordingly. One word answers won't be accepted, please. Just answer these 5 questions and then we are going to move to the next part of this. Okay. Abdul, you need to put question number as well. How will I know like you are writing answers for which question? I'm giving you 3 more minutes. Just try to finish it, please. See, I'm not scolding you. I'm just telling you. I never scold any student. Okay, time is over now. That's it. Now, let's do the next exercise. You want me to share? Okay. You want me to share answers for these questions? Should I share the answers as well? You want me to share the answers for these questions, which you were doing earlier? Alright, I'm going to do it, please. Just give me 2 minutes. Okay? Now. We write down the answers for these questions. Okay. Check your progress too. Yeah. Yes. So these are the answers for the questions you were doing now. It's okay, Darshana. It's okay. Now let me share. See, today I have started up with a new unit. Okay. So I'm covering that. I have covered, 1 page of that and the exercise which follows it. I've asked the students to do the same. They are done with it. Now I'm sharing the answers. Okay. So answer for the first question. What was the first? A manager leads the team by example. How should an executive deal with a tricky situation? An executive should resolve his or her inner conflict so that his or her decisions are strongly grounded in reality, not biased. Okay, you can even write that they are not biased. He or she doesn't take any biased decisions. What should be done to avoid loss in an organization? Greater attention must be given to the organizational structure and creating a strong feeling of security, or the organization would suffer. Name two duties that come under formal and informal functions of a manager. Formal duties, delicate duties and win contracts. Informal duties is charisma and concern for feelings. Fine. Shall we move to the next part? Now, vocabulary leadership. Insert a suitable word from the box to complete the following text on leadership. Check your answers with the answer key. I'm going to share the answer key once you are done with this. Now, I'm going to read this for you and then you can choose the suitable word. There are many aspects that binds employees and corporations together, but it is a leader who builds dash. He or she is not primarily a dash generating robot, okay, or someone who ensures that the dash should survive and prosper at any cost. Such leaders don't start doing it now. Let me finish this first and then you can do it when you are being asked to the same. Such leaders are themselves dash by dash and not principles. They abandon their policies as soon as the profit graph changes. Their dash to the organization takes a new turn as the profit dips. They talk about controlling the dash but keep drawing astronomical salaries for themselves, whereas equality and opportunity rights are dashed for junior staff. Today, leaders in industrial organizations must understand that leadership is not a position or a dash. It is primarily and fundamentally a relationship of dash between leaders and other employees. The more the leaders honor this trust, the greater will be their dash with their staff, and the more effective will be the ability to build and achieve a dash vision. Okay, so now fill in the blanks using the appropriate words which are listed here in this box. Go ahead and start doing this. Fine. And then I'm going to read it for you. I'm going to put the answers on the board. Go ahead and solve this, please. Rather than just putting words, why don't you put the numbers along with the answers? Like this word we need to fill in. Okay, this word we need to fill in for the first blank, something of that kind. Okay, once you're done, just type done in the chat box or finished in the chat box. Okay. Finish it fast, you just have 2 more minutes. I'm going to share the answers in 2 minutes. Let me share the answers with you now. Okay. I'm just going to put the answers on the board now. I'm going to read the passage with the answers. Okay. So in the first blank you need to fill relationship. For the second blank it's profit. Okay. Then company. Relationship, profit and company. Fine. Then led policies. Okay. After that, after led and policies, it should be commitment, then expenditure. Expenditure. Okay. And after that, it should be violated. Next one should be rank and trust. Alright. And then the second last is credibility and the last one is share. Shared, not shared. So how many of you got all of them correct? Sincerely. What was your score? The score should be out of 1, 2, 3. Okay. It should be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what is your score? Tell me. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. What was your score? Tell me. How many of you got all of them correct? Okay. Fine. No issue. Let's proceed ahead. Now, let's do the second exercise. Here is a draft of a memo. You understand what memo is? Memorandum. In an advertisement agency, group of people operate as teams. One of the groups has been a troublemaker who refused to improve. Even the verbal warnings have no effect. Okay, the GM writes a memo to the creative head. Fill in the words from the box to complete the text. So what is happening in a company? There is one group who are like troublemakers and verbal warning has been given to them but no effect. So now the GM is writing a memo to the creative head. Okay? And you have to choose the words, appropriate words from here. Fine? A number of complaints have been made against the visualizing department. This is the first answer. Rest of the stuffs you can do. Once you are done with this, then I am going to put the answers on the board. Are you people solving it or not? Okay, let me share the answers. Okay. So the answers are as follows. Okay, so these are the answers. Complaint, assign, instances. Okay. Concern, cancellation, verbal assurance, and action. Fine. Abdul has got all of them right or what? No, wait, let me check. Complaints. Wait, let me check your answers. Okay. Now, this you need not to do. Wait. All right. All right. Listen to this conversation here. Here workers are discussing the work environment of their organization. Practice the dialogue with your friend. We can come, okay, wait. There are the prompts for 5 pairs of discussions and write them down and check the answers with the obvious answers. Wait, this need not to be done. Okay. This should not be done. Wait, my mouse has got stuck. Just a second, please. Now, language focus degree of probability. Situations often require that the speaker express their meaning with precision. Precision means you should be precise. Okay, the degree of probability has to be defined. 100%, that means certain. I am certain of the profit. 75 to 50% possible. Likely, it is likely to be installed today. It is possible the target may not be met this quarter due to flood. Unlikely is 25%. It is unlikely that he would be called for an investigation. 0% means impossible. It is impossible that she'll be called again. Check your progress. Use the suitable degree of probability to complete the sentence. Check your answers with a key. His crime is such that it is dash that the management will let him continue as supervisor. What is the answer? What should be the answer? Unlikely, possible, impossible. What is the answer? Unlikely. Correct. The changes in the purchase department will make a definite mark. I am dash of it. I am dash of it. Certain. Exactly. The third one. The new manager has sent in his letter of acceptance. He is dash to join tomorrow. What is the answer? He is likely to join tomorrow. No, likely. Not possible. We understand your situation. It is dash that you may get a leave. It is possible that you may. No. It is possible that you may get a leave. Darshana, if you are going to read the whole sentence by feeding impossible in that, it won't sound correct. Just read it. We understand your situation. It is impossible that you may get a leave. No. Don't say sorry. I am telling you. This is how you can reach to the answer. Okay. We understand. Okay. It is that we will get permission to buy new furniture for our department. Unlikely. Now, here are some ways which you could use to get people to do things. I would like you to dash, please. What should be the answer? I would like you to dash, please. Could you ask dash to dash me, dash for me? Come on, do this one. Okay. Just put in the appropriate word. Okay. Now, okay, granting permission or refusing. Wait. Just a second, please. Yeah. Now, granting permission or refusing. Okay, sure, go ahead. By all means. I'm afraid that is not possible because I won't be available tomorrow. I won't be able to make it out because I won't be able to lend you money because I'm running short of expenses. I'm sorry, but I couldn't help. Okay? No, I'm afraid you can't because you don't have like you can say skills for the same. Criticizing, complaining. Now, how do you criticize? I'm sorry to have to say this, but you are not right for this position. Okay? I think you may have forgotten dash. It might have slipped your mind, but it should be there. Fine. So how you can complete these sentences? See, if you have to complain to someone, what all phrases you can use? You have to fill in the blank. Just do this one and this one. Come on. And just put the complete answer, not just the word. I'm sorry to have say this, but you have lost it. But you couldn't make to the final. Everyone needs to solve that, not just Abdul. Come on. This is the last exercise for the day, and then rest of the things we are going to cover on Friday. Good Okay. No, you are going to have classes with the other teachers, but not with me. I don't have classes on Thursdays. I don't take classes for IMTS on Thursday. Is everyone done with it? Kelvin, Mohammed, Rekshi, Adarsh, Darshana, Abdul, Pradesh, done? So, do you have any questions for me based on this chapter? If yes, please do ask me now. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, sure. I'm going to send it to the coordinator and you're going to get it from her. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye. And don't forget to fill the feedback form. Okay? And just put genuine comments there.